Hey guys, how are you doing? Wow, it is day 4. What a journey it's been, really. What a journey, an experience it's been that we can just lean into this prophetic declaration, this prophetic word that God has released over us, this prophetic sound that God has really released over us, and to just yield to it and lean into it and just surrender to it. And today, I just want to talk about blossom because we move from movement to fruits to manifestation. And I want us to blossom. And I want to title today becoming the woman in full bloom. The Bible says in the book of Psalms chapter 92 from verse 12 to 14 that the righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar in Lebanon. They will bear fruit in their old age. They will stay fresh and green. Can you just say an amen to that? That's such a powerful prayer. That's such a powerful declaration. What does it mean to blossom? To blossom is to flourish, it's to thrive, it's to bear visible fruit. It is where your hidden growth breaks into public manifestation, where your purpose is unveiled, where your beauty is restored, where your impact is multiplied, and where your process produces evidence. You see, blooming is not about being noticed, it's about becoming fruitful. I'll repeat it again. It's not about being noticed, it is about becoming fruitful. And here's some reasons why some women will never blossom. Number one is impatience with the process. Sometimes we want the flowers without enduring the roots. So we want the results. We don't want to go through the process. We don't want to spend the time to grow. We don't want to spend the time in surrender, in prayers, in growth, in personal development. We don't want to do all of that. And we just want the fruit that comes with it. One of the things that I say to people is that the women that we celebrate today, the women that we clap for today, the women that we call accomplished today, these are women that have given themselves to the process. They've done the groundwork, they've done the underground work, they've done all that is needed, and now they're seeing the fruits, they're bearing their fruits, and we can't fault them, we can't belittle them. We just need to partner with them in their process. Number two is self sabotage. Sometimes we don't believe that we deserve success, we don't believe that we deserve the abundance, we don't believe we deserve it, so we sabotage ourselves. Number three is neglecting seasons. Many times we compare ourselves with others instead of trusting for our own timing. And I think I mentioned this on the first day as well, talking about comparison and how much that comparison steals from us. You see, flowers don't compete, they bloom in their season. Each and every one of us has our own seasons in God. Each and every one has our own seasons, and we need to accept our seasons. We need to lean into our seasons. We need to embrace our seasons. You see, number four is poor stewardship. So because we're so focused on what other people are doing and what other people are getting and how other people are growing and how other people are advancing, we're so focused on them that we're refusing to look inward. Okay, what's God doing with me? Can I celebrate my process? Can I celebrate my journey so far? Can I celebrate my growth so far? Can I celebrate my accomplishments so far? Or will I consistently keep longing and longing and longing and longing without embracing what God is doing with me, without embracing how God is leading me, without embracing where God is taking me to, because I'm not like the rest. My process is different. My journey is different. I'm not going to, because everyone is clapping for you now, forget the fact that God is still working on me, and that's fine. God is still doing stuff in me, and that's fine. The fact that I'm not in the same place as you doesn't mean that where I am is not good enough. The fact that I'm not in the same spaces as you, in the same processes as you, doesn't mean that I'm not good enough, that I'm not steadfast enough, that I don't love God, that I'm not serving God. Do you see? And so it's important that we learn to have joy in our journey, to have joy in our process. What are some signs of a woman in bloom? That number one is inner confidence. She begins to shine without apologies. She begins to shine without apologizing. She's unapologetic about shining. She understands that my shining is not just glitz and glamour. It's not just the red carpet and people clapping for me. It's an instruction. Isaiah 60 says, "Arise, shine." I'm not just seeing shine as the clap and the celebration. I'm seeing shine as an instruction. Number two is visible fruit. Visible fruit that my gift, my business, my ministry, my family, and my work begins to show results. That there's proof in what I'm building, there's proof in who I'm becoming, there's proof in how I'm building. Number three is the life giving presence, that others are nourished and strengthened by my life, that people can look at me and say, I have hope. I can't give up just yet. If she can, God can through me. If God can use her, God can use me too. Whatever God is doing with her, God can do with me too. Like, my chapter is not done yet. God's not done with me. God's not true with me. And I think that's one of the mistakes that we make, because we just assume that, oh, God is done with me. God is true with me. My chapter is done. There is no future for me. There is nothing for me anymore. And that's all the lies of the enemy. The enemy wants to lie to you. The enemy wants to frustrate you to believe a lie that is not in alignment, in agreement with God's plans, with God's purposes, with God's desires for you. You see what I mean? That the enemy wants you to buy into his lies, and you're going to refuse to buy into his lies. Number four is kingdom influence, that your voice and your presence carries weight in your sphere. You see, a blooming woman doesn't chase platforms. Platforms chase her fruit. Platforms chase her result. People want to hear you. People want to sit with you. People want to hang around you. People want to be a part of what you're doing. People want to lean into what God is doing with you. People want to subscribe to learn from you. That it's not just an emotional roller coaster. You're up today, you're down tomorrow. It's not all that. You're just leaned into God, to his leadings and to his guidance into and to what you're becoming. So if we want to be practical, how do we bloom, or how do we blossom rather? Number one is to cultivate consistency. You see, blossoms come from daily nurturing, not from random bursts of effort. You cannot show up today and not show up tomorrow. What you water daily will bloom eventually. What you water daily will blossom eventually. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. There's this tree that is said to be in the ground for 2, 3 years. That's the bamboo tree, right? But it comes up anyways. It comes up anyways. It takes time, yes, but it will speak. The vision will speak. It will not lie. In your consistency is power. You are very powerful in your consistency. And so you need to lean into the power of your consistency and choose to bloom eventually. Don't, I tell people, don't show up, grow up. Don't show up, grow up. Don't just show up, because you showing up means that, oh, I'm here today. I may be unseated tomorrow. I may be removed tomorrow. No, grow up, grow into your gifts, grow into what God is doing with you, grow into the promises of God, grow into it. And number two is to protect your environment. Protect your environment. You see, a flower cannot bloom in polluted soil. Protect your spirit, protect your mind, protect your association, protect your body. Protect your body. I think a lot of us are so used to being used that we're not protecting our bodies, we're not protecting our minds, we're not protecting what God is doing with us. We're just open, or whatever will be, will be. I'm just going to know. You cannot bloom in a soil that starves your root. Spirit, soul, body, those are your roots. Pay attention to them. What's your body saying to you? If your body is saying rest, please go and rest. You are more effective to us alive than you are dead. But then, there's a thin line between rest and laziness. Sometimes we need to stretch. Sometimes we need to go the extra mile and say, I'm going to do this even when I don't feel like it. I'm going to show up even when it's not comfortable. I'm going to choose to show up anyways. And I think that's just a powerful place to be in, to be sincere. Number three is to embrace your unique season. See, delay is not denial. It is preparation for perfect bloom. I know that there are some delays that are denial. So I'm going to say not all delays are denial. Some flowers bloom in spring, others in autumn. Stop forcing yourself to align to another person's timing. I think one of these days we should have conversations about timing, so that we can know that, well, what God is doing with me is not in competition with anybody. I can literally be myself. I can literally own what God is doing with me without compromise, without giving up on who I believe I am, or who I believe I'm sent to be. Do you understand what I mean? Like, stop it and just trust, surrender, and flow with God. Yeah, just flow with God. Flow with God's timing. Flow with God's plans. Flow with God's intent and desires for you. And of course, number four is serve with your fruit. Serve with your fruit. You see, blossoming is not for decoration, but for nourishment. I repeat it again, blossoming is not for decoration, but for nourishment. You see, your bloom is meant to feed, is meant to inspire, is meant to bless others. You are blessed to be a blessing. You are blessed to be a blessing. You see, the proof of your bloom is not beauty, it is blessing. Who is your life blessing? Who is your life blessing? Who is your life touching? Who is your life affecting? Who is your life an answer to their prayers? I think we need to come out of this selfish mindset of, aura for aura, do me I do you, all of that thing that we do as Africans, and even I think globally. No, I think we need to learn to be a blessing. Who is your life touching? Who is your life affecting? Make up your mind every day that I'm going to affect somebody's life positively. I'm going to touch somebody's life positively. I'm going to reach somebody's life intentionally. I think that's where we need to get to. Do you understand? Comprende? So what's your assignment? I want you to write down 3 areas of your life and ask yourself, what stage am I in? What stage am I in? Am I in the root stage? Am I in the growth stage? Am I in the bloom stage? The areas of my life that I found myself, what stage am I in? Where am I in? And then you want to write down one thing you can do to nourish the stage this week. What's one thing you can do? So it's 3 parts. List out 3 areas of your life. So you can say my spiritual life, my personal life, my relational life, my career, my ministry, my business. And then you want to ask yourself, am I in the root stage? Am I bearing roots downwards? Am I in the growth stage? Am I seeing the roots come out and take shape and things are taking form? Or am I in bloom stage? Is this where I'm in harvest season? Is this where I am? So find out where you are and intentionally lean into that place and intentionally be you know, conscious of it. I think one of the things that I really want you to take away from this week is stop living your life randomly. Begin to live with an intentionality. Have systems with which you look at areas of your life and you know what's going on. You automatically know, okay, the progress that you're making, the growth that you're making, and really what God is doing with you. I think it's very important that you know all of that and you do not leave your future to chance. Anyways, I love you and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Let me know what stood out for you in today's session. I'll see you at 7 p.m. too as we talk.